Well, I'm getting to change a fork oil on the motorcycle, and it's a hell of a lot easier with these little caps that I have in here. Once I install them, you see, you got a little insert you can put in there to fill them up. So when you put these inserts back in here, you want to make sure you use some anti-seize on that aluminum so they don't stick in there really tight. So you just got to unscrew them, which means you're not taking out the spring. So mucho easy, man, compared to other things. Mucho easy. You see it just unscrews. So you got one screw down here. I'm just going to take this out. Well, I don't need to take it out right now because this one will have it loosened up. I want to leave it in there so it compresses the oil out of it. When you just unscrew that screw on the bottom, and you might want to turn your forks this way so more drains straighter down into the pan. You don't want to get stuff on the wheel, and if you get it on the wheel, you want to wash it off because you don't want oil on your tire. But you pump the forks up and down a bunch of times, and to refill it after it's rebuilt, it's got one setting. On these forks, these are on 89 Sportster. It's 9 ounces to refill it. So I'm going to put 8 ounces of, actually I'm going to put a trans fluid in it, synthetic transmission fluid, instead of the fork oil. And I'm going to put 1 ounce of AT205 reseal. Because I don't feel like rebuilding forks or nothing. I think that's going to really keep the seals pliable pretty much forever. Maintenance goes a long way. So let's, just got to take just a regular Phillips head screw, man. Just unscrew that. You pumping the forks up and down. Oil comes out. And again, if you rebuild them, I think it's 15 ounces on this, but I'm not rebuilding them. I'm just filling them up again. It's 9 ounces to refill them. Let's see if I can film this. You hold your front brake, and then you get the bike upright, and you just start pushing up and down on the fork. And oil comes out. Just keep doing that until there's no oil coming out, and you can refill them from the top. That's why I put the cardboard there so it don't get on the tire. But we'll check the tire and clean it off if it's any on the tire itself. Now with the plug, this plug here, you want to put some anti-seize on it because it's aluminum going into aluminum, just so it doesn't get stuck in there. The other thing is you want to measure out how much oil. I'm using a little kitchen thing. I'm using Valvoline full synthetic trans fluid. I know some people say not to, some say do. Back in the day, they didn't even have fork oil. They used trans fluid, and they didn't even have synthetic. So I'm putting 8 ounces. That's 8 ounces, and it's going to go in here. We got it set up. A little funnel. Just pour it right in there. And I'm going to add 1 more ounce of AT205 reseal to make it 9 ounces. I already installed the little plug in there, pumped it out a bunch of times. I didn't get any on the tire, maybe a tiny bit right there. I'll wipe that off, clean it off with some, I don't know, degreaser stuff or something. It's been an awesome cleaner. So, but that's all you got to really do to this thing. With those Harley should freaking come make bikes like this in the first place. These caps are these fork caps are kind of hard to find, but they want you to go to the dealer to do this all the time. And actually, it cuts this job down to the time of, 10% of the time to do this, doing it this way, versus taking that cap off, having the forks fully extended, trying to push it down with a broom handle or the big socket, which I have. You got to really, you got to watch. You don't cross thread nothing. It's a lot harder to do it that way, man. This makes it way easier, and they're making bikes, so you got to go to have them serviced. Most people won't even do it. Well, it's what it is, man. They want you to go there to have them serviced. This makes it easy, and these fork seals will last way longer. Keep the oil in them cleaner. And that AT205 Man, I know that stuff works on hydraulic jacks and everything. Basically, a fork is a hydraulic jack. I mean, really, that's really what the hell it is. You know, it's more important to have clean oil in it, seals that don't leak. And full synthetic oil is going to work pretty good in this stuff too anyway. You know. And like I said, you can change it quite often and keep it topped up. You know, you got it topped up. If you drain 9 ounces out of it, the wet fill is 9 ounces. So that's another thing that's a big factor too, making sure it's got enough oil in it. Watch for leaks. I don't have any leaks, but you know, that's why I'm not rebuilding them or nothing. But I'm going to put that AT205 in here, like I said, reseal and make sure I don't have leaks. That shit's some pretty good stuff. And you definitely want to use like a kitchen type thing like this, because it's not the most accurate thing, but it's accurate enough. But it pours nice. In other words, if you're trying to pour this from a cup, it may spill. This thing, you know, it's got a nice wide mouth on there that pours it. So make sure you clean it off really good before you go using it in the kitchen again. And I already put the reseal, the anti-seize on here, so we'll install this. And I actually put a little anti-seize in here, not because I know that's going to seize up, but this collects water or grease or something, so it doesn't rust, get, you know, rust inside there, so it looks like shit, you know, and the chrome flakes off. So I do that too.